So welcome back. I'm going to marinate a pernil. You heard me, a pernil. And I'm going to show you how to marinate using natural ingredients. Not that sazon stuff that have red 40. That's the color that they add in the ingredient, red 40s. That's why it looks so orange. They always are doing that naturally, and I'm going to show you. And the pernil in Puerto Rico consists of either pork shoulder or pork butt. And the one I'm going to use today to marinate and show you how to marinate is the pork shoulder. What they call the pork shoulder Boston butt. You know, because it touches some lean areas too of delicious meat. And I'm going to marinate it, put in the refrigerator overnight. It's very easy. Just follow me and let's create. This is a 7 3/4 pound pernil, which is pork. First thing you're going to do, you're going to start putting some holes in it. This is very important because you want the flavors to go through it. Holes, holes, holes. Do the same on the other side. Side two. Because you want the ingredients to go through those holes. You want the flavor to go deep inside. Second thing you're going to do is you're going to grab some minced garlic. You're going to have some turmeric, minced garlic. You're going to have some, if you want to, ground Cajun red pepper, a little bit, not a lot. Ground turmeric, salt, small paprika, and pepper, black pepper. You're going to mix it up together in a little container. You don't need a lot, you just need a little bit, because you're going to use this to fill out some of the holes. So when you start doing it, you start filling some of the holes. And I will explain why. Not all, just some. Sure, it looks like a lot of work, but you want to make sure, and you might use some sort of, you know, pick or something to push it down. Do the same for you know, the other holes. And what you're doing is you're making sure this stuff is in already. You're centralizing those flavors. Turn it around and do the same for the other side. So now that I pushed through most of the holes, my little mix of minced garlic and turmeric, salt, black ground pepper, and things like that. What I'm going to do, I'm going to grab a little brush. I'm going to put a little bit of vinegar. See if I can see here in the brush. And I'm going to pat this. And the good thing about patting this now is that the stuff that is deep inside is not going to come out. So I can do that now. Now that I did this and I pat it down, I got some annatto oil here, which I prepared earlier. It's not hot, it's at room temperature. What I call annatto oil. And I'm going to put some here. What this doing is giving a natural color, not that Sazon stuff that people use that come with this red 40 ingredient to give it a red color, and then you see people's, food like all red because of the red artificial color that they use in that particular ingredient. I'm going natural. So I'm using my annatto oil. And whatever I'm doing in this side, I'm going to do in the other. So let me do this side first just to show you. And I'm not done with this. So let's start with the magic. Let's start with the salt. Generous amount. And I mean generous amount. Black pepper. Ground black pepper. I'm going to put some turmeric. I'm going to put some smoked paprika. See, my colors are natural. Not that red 40 thing that Sazon has. I don't even use adobo. I create my own, as you can see. If you want to, you can put a tiny bit of cumin. Just a little bit, not a lot, just a little bit. Some people don't like it, so. A little bit more of this. A little bit more. And I'm going to grab some garlic, which means, and I'm going to run through the thing. See? Now you're going to repeat the same on the other side, which I already have the holes and the thing pushed through it. So, little bit of vinegar and to run around. And because my stuff is inside those holes, it's not going away when the vinegar comes in. So, it's going to be generous. And to do the sides too. And that looking nice. Turmeric. Some of this turmeric I made from scratch, from the root, and I preserve it. I will have a link to show you how to do that if you choose to do that, but you can buy the powder one. And that looking pretty. Smoked paprika. Not that red 40 stuff that come in this song. Now, one thing I'm going to say, some people might not like this, but I'm straightforward. I've seen people putting sofrito on this stuff. I don't know why. And for those of you that don't know what sofrito is like, let me put some garlic now before I forget. Sofrito is, you have to go to my video to understand. And Puerto Ricans know what I mean when I'm talking about sofrito. And this portion is to my home people, Puerto Ricans, that like to put sofrito in this. Sofrito have green bell peppers, red bell peppers, habanero peppers maybe. It has cilantro. Would you chop those things in pieces and use it to marinate anything? I wouldn't, because it doesn't add the flavor. It does add flavor to, sofrito adds flavor to stews, to rice when you're cooking it with tomato sauce. But for this stuff like this, it's garlic and other ingredients. So I don't know. Sometimes people overdo things. Let me put a little bit more of garlic. Enough for that round, right? And here comes my annatto oil. See, I'm giving the natural color. Let's keep it natural, right? Like our ancestors did before people got lazy. And I was one of those people. I won't admit it. I'm not going to deny I was not understanding things clearly back then, or actually too busy for my own good. I'm busy too still because, I have a career. But when you want to do things right and you want to teach them, you have to do it right. Anyhow, I put that there. Little bit of black pepper. I got some rosemary here. Going to put rosemary around this thing, because I'm going to refrigerate this for about 24 hours. Actually, about 12 hours, 12 to 15 hours. And I have some time, and I'm going to put it around. This is what I call the aromatics. I just put it on out to give that flavor. Oh, look at bay leaf. Why not, right? Let me add a couple. It does aromatics. And you also are going to add some fresh oregano. Ooh, smells so good. And finally, cover it with aluminum foil. So this baby's going to the refrigerator.